Hello, I'm Atch, and this is part 2 of a tutorial on the Yamaha Montage. Last time we just set up an init part, so I'm just going to go ahead and review that real quick. When you turn your machine on, it comes up on the live set. On the bottom left hand corner of the screen, you hit category search. In your main category, you come over here to init. We're going to select AWM2. I'm going to hit the back button here, and that's going to put us in the init normal AWM2 performance page. Now, on the performance page, you can see that there are 8 lanes. All right. So if you come over to the right hand side of your keyboard and you press the button that says part control, you can highlight these parts by hitting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So in lane 1, you'll notice that there's on the name, it's got a little box around the name, and it says AWM2 init normal, and it sounds like this. It's just a basic default piano sound. So I was thinking in my head about making maybe like an evolving pad sound, but what we're going to do for this tutorial is that we're going to just use the preset parts that they have already in the machine, and then in the next tutorial we're going to go ahead and start editing from an element aspect. So in lane 1, you'll notice that we have init normal AWM2 and it sounds like a piano. So go ahead and tap the name button, and what you'll notice is that a little lane comes up on the left hand side that says search, edit, copy, property, and we're going to want to hit search. Now I wanted to make a pad sound, so in the main category you'll see that they have piano, keyboard, organ, and so on. I'm going to hit pad choir, and I think I want my pad to kind of be a little bit warm sounding, so I'm just going to hit warm. And as you can see, there's a couple of options here, and some of them are FM, some of them aren't, but we're going to do, I don't know, I'll start with ethereal and see what that sounds like. Alright, that's okay, I like it, I'll keep it. And so since the box is highlighted, all I do is hit my back button, and there we go. It's in a lane, it's there, it's ready to go. I thought it might be a little bit loud, so I'm going to adjust the volume here with my slider. Perfect. Now, you'll notice here that it has ARP on highlighted to it. So if you look over to the left of your keyboard, right underneath your volume slider, it says master volume under your volume slider. Directly to the right of that are 2 buttons that say ARP on off and motion SEQ on off. So this one says that there's an arpeggiator on it. I'm just going to hit this ARP on off button over here and see what that sounds like. So you can hear that there's an arpeggiator that's kind of going with that. It's a little hot, so I'm going to turn it down a bit, maybe about 60. Now, for this demonstration, I personally don't really care for the arpeggiator in that, so I'm just going to turn it off on the button over here, and I'm just going to turn it off right there. The thing about the arpeggiator functions, whenever you load a preset part into your performance lane here, some of them might have arpeggio set up and some of them might not. The arpeggiator setup is in your element screen whenever you're editing your element common, and we'll get into that into the next tutorial, but for now we're just going to make a basic pad sound. So on your part control, you can hit 2, 3, 4 and so on and highlight whichever one you want to highlight, and just for the purpose of this demonstration I'm going to highlight 2 because that's the lane I'm going to be working with next. If you'll notice in your lanes there's these little pluses, just go ahead and tap one of those pluses. Now I think this pad sound would sound good with a choir or something in the background, so I'm going to hit pad choir again, and then in my subcategory I'm going to select choir, and then let's just try some different patches. So the first one up here, of course, says choir service. I want to see what that sounds like. It's okay, it sounds okay. What about a gospel? That's a little cheese. Boys choir, maybe? Now I like the way way that sounds, but I think the boys choir might be a little bit too loud in the overall mix. So now that I have boys choir with a box highlight, I hit my back button, and it's right there in lane 2. But I felt like it was a little bit loud, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn that down a bit, and then we're going to see what it sounds like now. That'll work. So I'm just going to keep going on this. Now, in lane 3, I'll highlight that for you there by hitting the number 3 whenever part control is highlighted on the right. I'm going to hit the plus button, and I want some sound effects maybe in there so we can get like some evolving kind of texture thing going. And so maybe moon bass. I'll highlight that, and then we'll go back here. Now, maybe I just want to hear what moon bass sounds like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to lane 3 where moon bass is, and I'm just going to hit solo. So now I can hear exactly what that sounds like without any of the other stuff. I think it's pretty complex. So let's hear what that sounds like. But I want to turn it down a bit because I think I want my effect to be kind of in the background. There's just like some ambience there. But let's keep going. So part control, I'm going to select lane 4, and I'm going to add maybe another sound effect to it, like outer planet. Now I'm going to go back once I have it selected. I want to hear what outer planet sounds like, so I'm just going to solo it. That's pretty complex. So maybe turn it down a bit in the mix there. Come up with my choir a little bit. This one. Maybe put that one really low in the mix. Bring my main pad up a bit. So let's see what that sounds like. Not too terrible, just for throwing some preset parts in there. So let's just fill up the rest of this here with some random sounds. I'm gonna do pick steel guitar. We'll go over to part 6 here, and we'll add let's see, some strings here, maybe a pizzicato, symphonic pizzicato. We'll go back and we'll do part 7 here and add some brass to it, or maybe trombone swell, and then we'll go to part 8 and add maybe another let's see, maybe a bright pad, chillmatic. That'll work. So we have now all 8 parts, and you'll notice that some of these have some arpeggios on them or whatever. So I'm going to come back again over here to the left and turn my arpeggio on. I'm just going to see what it sounds like whenever I hit some buttons here. That's pretty neat, you know, just from kind of slapping some stuff together. It's pretty complex, and we can come over here and we can adjust some of the volumes of these different things, maybe turn some arps off and lower some different sounds, maybe raise the sound of chillmatic. Look, it's got a highlight that says the motion sequencer is on. So right over here to the left of the keyboard next to the ARP, I'm going to go ahead and turn the motion sequencer on too and see what that sounds like. So I've adjusted some levels on it, and I'm going to go back and maybe try to play it to see if I can get like a better sound out of it. See, I think the pick steel might be a little bit low in the mix. The trombones are a little bit high. And there's this squelchy sound that I think is chillmatic. That sound, I don't really like that sound, so I think I'm going to change it to something else. So click on it, search, Let's do a bright pad and try wax and wane. I think that's pretty bright, so I'll go ahead and leave it. Let's unsolo it and see what we have now. I'm going to bring up the volume of these arpeggiated pits. Let's see. Not bad. I still don't particularly care for the wax and wane sound at 8. I think it's a bit much. So what I want to do is, let's say that I put something in there that I don't really like and I want to get rid of it. It's real simple. I just click on the one I don't like on the name and hold it. On the left hand side, your screen will come up and you'll get an option that says delete. Click delete. Yes. And you'll notice lane 8 now has nothing in it. And I think I'll be pretty happy with this sound. So yeah, let's see what it sounds like. I think my effects are too loud in the mix. I'm gonna pull those down. That's pretty neat. So this is how you throw together some kind of basic mixing functions using some presets, and you can build some pretty interesting sounds this way. But in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create your own sounds using the individual elements of each part. So tune in for the next video, and thanks for watching.